Now at 4:30, after decades of planning, the long-awaited International African American Museum will soon welcome visitors in Charleston. The now sacred space once saw enslaved Africans arrive from their homeland to a new world. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane made the trip down to the Lowcountry to give us a first look.
Hello, I'm Richard Devane here at the International African American Museum. So much culture, so much history in this location. It's taken more than 2 decades to be built. And if you get a chance to come here and see some of the stuff, you know it's well worth the trip. Every single step you take through this museum, there's a piece of history, a piece of knowledge. This is not just about, even though it's built on the location, Gadsden's Wharf, where hundreds of thousands of slaves came into the country, nearly half of all enslaved African Americans in the United States landed at Gadsden's Wharf. But even though that is the case, there is so much more about the American experience, the African American experience right here in America. And not just in America, but across the globe, in the Caribbean. You can look and see all of these stories jumping out at you. They say you should spend at least 2 hours, an hour and a half here. There's so much history, there's so much interaction. There are 9 galleries. Each of these permanent exhibits are phenomenal. You can spend time looking at things like this. The amazement of stories from the daily newspaper, I remember that actual article, Rodney King, to just basic stories of the struggle for success, the struggle for freedom, and the desire to keep going on. Let's take a walk further down here as you look at some of the things. And as I said, not just African American experience here in America, but throughout the country, throughout the world, excuse me. Phenomenal interactive displays greet you at every step. There's education, there's art, there's of course sports. Let's go back this way. I like this. Some of the things you can see from leading African American artists, young and old, to those who made history. A walk through different galleries have different parts. This one talking about the human rights struggle throughout the 1950s, 60s to current day. Artwork. Back this way we'll go inside and just take a look at some of the other exhibits. This thing is unreal. Every place you go, there's something to see. This one contributed to some of the great writers, some of the great musicians in our time. Some of the folks that you've seen, that you know, some folks you may not be as familiar with. Some folks that people in Charlotte should know very well. And if you don't, here's an opportunity to know about some of the things that are here. There's also a section where you can study genealogy, find out about your history, about your roots, your family's roots. This is phenomenal. These are just some of the pictures here. There are videos that greet you. There are exhibits, things you can touch, things you can feel, all part of this experience. We have complete details on our website about the museum, how much it costs to come here. It's open Tuesdays through Saturdays. It's a great event. Now, this is not open yet. It opens on Tuesday, next Tuesday. So come on out, and if you need information, log on to our website. We've got it at WCNC.com. Come out, enjoy.